Once again, we are back with another interesting topic to talk about today, which is knowledge through technology. And we'll be learning through technology with a special guest for today. And as well as we know, technology is a very powerful tool for transformation, especially for advancement of the relationship between an educator and the student. As today from the NBC studios, we have Badrul Huda Khan. How are you today?
I'm very good.
How about you give us a brief introduction about yourself?
Well, my name is Badrul Huda Khan. I originally from Bangladesh, came to United States in 1981, did my undergraduate degree in chemistry, got my doctorate in instructional system technology, and became the professor at the University of Texas. And later on, I served as a founding program director and the professor at the George Washington University, Washington, D.C. And I write books.
You're an author.
Author, and especially in the field of e-learning.
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 Okay. And what brings you to Palestine so far?
Well, so alhamdulillah, I'm so happy that I'm in Palestine, and because some scholars here, they use my model, which is actually Khan's e-learning framework.
Maybe from the Najah University?
Najah University, for example, the Dean of Education, Dr. Saida Alfoune, she uses it, and she used my model, modified it for Palestinian universities to create e-learning center and also developing e-learning programs. So I'm very happy when I was asked to come and visit.
And give a small
workshops and keynotes, and I'm happy to be here.
But I'm curious, why do you focus on e-learning? What brought your potential to this topic?
Well, you see, E means electronic.
Exactly.
And learning, that we know, the learning. So E is a tool. Could be radio, television, computer, laptop, and your smartphone. These are all E.
Yep.
And learning is something that we know how to learn. So we use the E technologies to convey our messages for learning. That's we call e-learning. And you know, the whole world, I have a television show called Digital World for the Fox 5 Plus in Washington, D.C.
Yes.
It's named after me, the Khan's Digital World. So we are in the digital world. So we have so many tools, technology tools. Why couldn't we use it for learning?
Like, tell me the extent of your dream for e-learning. Where does it put the students, the people that are learning through e-learning? Like, what is your goal?
Well, it's not my goal, it's the goal of a student should be, because we are in a global economy.
Oh, yes?
We are the knowledge worker. Someone from Nablus here in Palestine and West Bank can be a knowledge worker. He or she can learn using technology. She can take a course from Canadian University or US University or University in Asia. So she or he gathers the knowledge. Now, he or she becomes a knowledge worker in the digital world. Students with knowledge in e-learning learn and gain their degrees in their subjects of their choice.
So it's flexibility.
Flexibility, and also they can work as a knowledge worker remotely. The whole world is one global village.
So it's like, instead of looking at the world as a very big, hard place to communicate in, e-learning brings you the flexibility to bring, to make the world a smaller place.
Small place. It gives you the flexibility to learn on your own pace, own time, anywhere from.
That's magnificent. That's magnificent, because people sometimes don't have the time to go take a workshop because of, let's say, for a job or family reasons or personal reasons. So they just choose a slight time, maybe before we sleep. Maybe we learn before we can go to sleep. That's magnificent.
And one good thing is that after you're learning through e-learning method and your own flexible schedule, later on you can even work flexible way.
And about you said you were an author. Tell me about yourself as an author. What did you write? And
well, I'm an academic author, you know. First, I wrote the book, actually edited the book, which is called Web-Based Instruction. It is 1996 publication, 1996, And because of that, I have the credit of being first introducing the word web-based instruction in the world. And later on, I have written many other books in web-based instruction, web-based training, flexible learning, and I have gained the recognition as the founder of modern e-learning by the NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization countries, and the symposium they awarded that. So with that in mind, I just have a new book came out. It's got 2 awards by AECT, Association for Education and Communication Technology Association, awarded this book by 2 divisions as the outstanding book. So this is based on my e-learning framework.
That's amazing.
This is Khan's e-learning framework. So by doing this, you know, once you get a foundation how to create meaningful learning using e-technologies, then you keep writing and writing. And I am very happy that in Palestine universities, especially in Al-Nazar, professors are familiar with this framework and they are creating meaningful learning for students.
You know, you have a competition. Like your main competition is like doing the opposite of what you're trying to prove, which is, you know, media and technology is also developing. And the youth, instead of using e-learning or learning topics about e-learning, about learning, they use media for wasting time.
Yeah.
Like, and that's a big competition for you.
In fact, today, when I was giving a talk, someone asked me, can be social media distraction to e-learning? I said, it can be, but we need to look into social media, why students or young people are too much into social media. Maybe there's some magic to it. So why couldn't we borrow this magic and use it in our technology, use it in learning?
100%.
And they would be attracted to e-learning. And alhamdulillah, e-learning is the way to go because it's never going to go away as long as you have electronic devices. Using it for learning, e-learning is going to stay forever.
Well said, well said. And in Bangladesh, are you working on any projects?
Well, since I have working on e-learning and my book has already been translated into 23 languages.
Wow.
The Arabic one came from Damascus, Syria, 2005. Now they are doing the second edition from Kuwait and Iraq combination, they're doing it. So Bangladesh government also, the Prime Minister office, you know, translated my book in Bengali language. So people ask me, e-learning is good, but how about the marginalized people? How about the poor people? How about the rural people? Can they participate in e-learning? I said, why not? So I thought this way. So I started something called Gyan Bahon. Gyan means
Gyan Bahon.
Gyan Bahon, very good. Knowledge career. Or in Arabic, it's called Siyaratul Malamut.
Siyarat al-Malumat.
Siyarat al-Malumat. So it is in the small one has this Siyarat.
So it's an information vehicle.
Information knowledge vehicle.
And I see that vehicle right there.
Yes.
It's a vehicle that has technology. And what's inside?
Yeah, you see in the vehicle you have the solar panel. Solar panel generates electricity and energy because there's a television big monitor inside.
Very renewable
and there
energy,
are 12 to 14 people can sit, and inside there is this monitor. They can watch e-learning. You see?
So as you move and move on from one place to another, there's a short documentary film or anything?
Something lifelong learning skills. For example, at home I cook. So most of the time lentils and milk, when I forget and it overflows, my wife say, well, you can put a wooden spoon on the top of it, it will not overflow.
Okay.
That's the knowledge. So she saw it somewhere in Facebook, you know. So that knowledge.
So basic life skills.
Life skill.
Yes.
So when people are riding on this van, and they can ask the driver that, do you have a video that I look for a job? He will search for it and they will display on the monitor, 3 minutes video. And we can have a display, overhead, you know, this projector. If you take it to the village, many people can see it. These are all educational, lifelong competency-based video, they see it, they can practice.
So you're
themselves.
literally looking at the future where you want everyone to gain knowledge wherever they go. Moving, standing, sleeping.
And also, yes, also this vehicle is donated by the donations from local people. Some good local people, they want to donate, in Arabic, we have the words Sadqa Jariya, which is like
Sadaqah Jariya.
Sadaqah Jariya means you donate for good cause.
Yep.
So they're donating money and we are sharing knowledge for people.
Knowledge is a donation.
Also, we are providing knowledge, they are providing money to build it. And we recognize their name. Because of you, all their photos, this vehicle has been possible. And then inside we show the knowledge we gather from, not necessarily from the professors, knowledge we gain from normal people. Then others can learn from it. And we use the e-learning, see what happens. Inside is octagon, you see. That is my model. So every video that we create, they are conform to these octagonal dimensions. And this becomes, whatever I show you, are e-learning snippets, small videos based on that model. So it has objectives, it has activities, and one can go home do it.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Khan, and I really appreciate you for educating us on this topic. I feel like it's very well needed, and the entire world should put their hands together for this to make it develop, make it happen, and make everyone more aware of basic life skills that we are actually missing. So, where can we find you?
Well, we have a website which is called Gyan Bahon.
So you have gyanbahan.com, and this is Bassam Blahed, everybody. This is an NBC Journal. Follow NN.ps or NBC Journal on Facebook. See you next episode.